Let's compare an Ultrasabers Apprentice V4 with Obsidian Lite to a WonderForce Hitoren V3. And the reason I'm comparing these two is because this Ultrasabers lightsaber, this is one of their more affordable sound sabers, and WonderForce is kind of a newer company and they're trying to kind of bring the prices down on some of the sound sabers. So Ultrasabers is based in Texas in the United States and WonderForce is based in Hong Kong. And something you'll notice right away with these sabers is the difference in length. So the Apprentice V4 is a relatively short lightsaber. The hilt portion is just under 10 inches long, 9.875 inches. And the WonderForce Hitoren V3 is 13.6 inches long. So this is more of a two-handed saber, and this one, the Apprentice V4, is more of a one-handed saber. So as far as price goes, the Apprentice V4 costs $159 plus shipping, but Ultrasabers does often have sales, so you can maybe knock that price down by 10 to 15% depending on a sale that they're having. The Hitoren V3 costs $99 plus shipping, and the international shipping's a bit more, to the US from Hong Kong. So for me it's $32. I think it's maybe $32 to anyone in the US for their shipping. So both of these hilt models use a single LED, so I selected blue for both of them. And they also offer a few different colors. So for the Apprentice V4, you can either get the standard Apprentice V4, which is the solid silver hilt. There's also the dark Apprentice V4, which is this but totally black. And you can get some two-tone versions as well. The Apprentice LE V4, which is silver with a few kind of gold elements to it, and the dark Apprentice V4, which is solid black with a few silver elements to it. For the Hitoren V3, they offer black, silver, red, and gray for hilt colors. So only solid colors, no two-tone versions for this hilt. Both of these hilts, they do offer Flash on Clash. For the Apprentice V4, Flash on Clash costs extra, so that's an add-on. It's $35. Sometimes the Flash on Clash is discounted by Ultrasabers, but it's not standard. With Hitoren V3, Flash on Clash is included with the price. Now for batteries, for Obsidian lightsabers by Ultrasabers, you have to use the standard setup. So that's 4 AAA batteries that you have in the bottom. And with the Hitoren V3, it's lithium-ion batteries, and it's a rechargeable battery, and you use this recharge port and a USB charger in order to charge the saber. So a different setup there. Now for blades, both of these sabers come with a mid-grade blade, or like a thin-walled blade. So the Apprentice V4 comes with a mid-grade blade. You have the option to upgrade to a dueling grade blade for an additional $10. With the Hitoren V3, you can only add an additional dueling blade to your order, so you can't upgrade the blade. You're stuck with the mid-grade blade in your order. Apprentice V4 comes with a 24-inch blade standard. You can upgrade to a 32 or 36-inch blade for an additional $10. The Hitoren V3 comes with a longer blade, a 35.4-inch blade roughly. It's 90 centimeters. And you have no options there. That's the length that you get. And for the tip of the blade, so the WonderForce Hitoren V3 comes with kind of a pointed tip. It's kind of a rounded pointed tip actually, and that's the only option. With Ultrasabers, the default is for you to get a rounded tip like this, but you can upgrade to a pointed tip for an additional $5. You may be catching on to a theme. A lot of the things with the Ultrasabers hilt, if you want to choose something different, you got to pay a little extra money, and some of that can accumulate pretty quickly. Moving on to the sound itself. So Apprentice V4 has one sound font, and that's the Obsidian Lite sound font, whereas the Hitoren V3 includes 3 different sound fonts, so there's a little more variety there. And Hitoren V3 also includes a mute function, which is quite nice if you just don't feel like any sound. Obsidian Lite, the Apprentice V4, just has the one sound font, but there's also no mute function on this Ultrasabers lightsaber. So for the, let's see, the button, it's a guarded switch for the Apprentice V4, that's the standard. You're able to upgrade to an AV switch with them for $15, and if you want an illuminated AV switch on your Ultrasabers saber, then that's an additional $25. Whereas the Hitoren V3 includes an illuminated AV switch. That's a standard feature. Let's see, what else have we got? Pommel. So Apprentice V4 comes standard with a vented pommel, and you can also upgrade to various fancier pommels from Ultrasabers if you want. And this is an MHS compatible pommel as well, so you could purchase a different pommel from the custom saber shop and swap it out. The pommel for the Hitoren V3 is kind of functional. It's not really that exciting, and you don't really swap it out. It's just, you got some of the wiring attached, and you could maybe do something with that, pop it out, but it's not MHS compatible either. Neither of these sabers, neither of these sabers come standard with a CoverTech wheel. And with the Hitoren V3, there's no way to add it. I mean, you could add one yourself after the fact. With the Apprentice V4, you can add a CoverTech wheel onto your order for an additional $14. And finally, getting more into the logistics, for the shipping, so Ultrasabers typically ships quite quickly. If you're in the US, you'll probably receive your order within a week or two. It kind of depends. They may be more backlogged with the holidays and with The Last Jedi coming out, but they often ship within 2 to 3 business days as long as the item's in stock. Sometimes they might ship within a week or so. For the Hitoren V3 from WonderForce, so that's, you have international shipping involved, and you probably want to allow at least 2 to 4 weeks for delivery. But that's just kind of a quick comparison of these two. I'll turn them on, I guess, briefly for you. So here's the Ultrasabers. There's the flash on clash. And then here is the WonderForce Hitoren V3. You see the illuminated AV switch, some light peeking out by the emitter, and then here's the saber itself. And if I can get the flash on clash on the WonderForce saber is actually a bit more subtle. With the Ultrasaber saber, it kind of it turns white, you know, for a good solid, I don't know, second or part of a second. And with the Hitoren V3, it doesn't seem to quite last as long. But that's just kind of a quick look at some of the comparisons between these two sabers. The big difference is going to be how many add-ons you put with your Apprentice V4. You can increase the price of this saber quite quickly, but if you're just looking at purchasing the total base model and you're looking purely at price, the Hitoren V3 is still cheaper because it's $99 plus it was $32 for shipping to me, so that's like 130 bucks or so. So that's cheaper than the $159, although you can sometimes get a discount from Ultrasabers as well. So anyway, that's the comparison. Let me know what you guys think. And one final thought is the design of the hilt. So the finish on the Ultrasabers hilt is much smoother and more polished, and to me it's a little more appealing. And the finish and the design of the Hitoren V3 feels a little more utilitarian, or just kind of a practical design rather than attractive design. But maybe you disagree. But anyway, that's these two sabers.